the majority of the athletes that I know all have a goal that they train for. And thinking about all these training hours can sometimes make you feel emotional and sentimental, but sometimes being emotional and sentimental in a competition is not good. So we're going to turn it up a notch, and I'm going to commentate on the nationals in Decathlon, which happened a few months ago. So in the 100 meters, I get a decent start. Obviously I'm in the race. And yeah, I almost stumbled at the finish line, but I get a massive PB from 12:05 legal to 11:77, as you can see in the video. And yeah, I'm just talking with other guys, and coach was happy. And you know, when you get the handshake or whatever you call it, it has been a success. So going into long jump, I was not quite sure how it would go. I mean, I would obviously not be satisfied with anything under 6 meters, but my mindset was like, how far can I go beyond 6 meters? But during the day, I didn't really have that push or that pop that you normally look for in the long jump, and therefore I only got my 6:28 opening jump, which is decent, but 6:30 or beyond there would have been great and made a few extra points. So going into shot put, I knew I was capable of going right around the 15-meter mark, but as well know, doing one thing in a training or a competition or normal competition outside of the decathlon is something totally different. And as you can see, I do a foul in the first throw, which I never do, and I kind of had to shake that off me because Oswald, who had a massive throw, I think it was like 15 something. I wanted to beat him, as I always want to do. But yeah, he got the better throw that day, and I got 14.65 in my last throw, which is by no means bad. But as I just said, 15 meters would have been great. So, high jump is the fourth discipline in the decathlon, and you don't know this as a viewer, but 2 weeks prior to this, I did a massive PB at around 9 centimeters from 169 to 177. So I knew I might not have been capable of jumping 177 that day, and I didn't. I did a 173 at the end. But for me, it was very important that I could manage to do a 177, not just because high jump is massive points, but also because I wanted to prove, not just for the spectators, but also for myself, that I am a 170 plus jumper. And luckily that turned out in my favor, and I got a 173 at the end. And yeah, as I just said, high jump is good points, and yeah, it was great. So moving on to the 400, it's quite different, or not different, but weird event for me, because either I feel very good in the 400, or I feel so not too good. And as you can see, that feeling of not feeling too good stuck with me, and I'm not speaking very well right now. The first 200 was too slow, and then it was one big fight towards the end. Day 2, woke up feeling alright. I feel like every decathlon I feel better. But for some reason, my hurdles was very sloppy. Get a decent start, as I most often do, and then I sort of lose the rhythm and are unable to push at the end. And 15.77, yeah, it's fine. Discus, an event that we had been working on quite a bit, because I think in the future a discus would be a great event for me and something I like throwing. Started with 35, which is a alright opening throw. It's always a bit tricky because you want those points in the discus, and yeah, here in the last throw I lose the discus to my right side, and we think it could have been a big throw, but that is till next year. Pole vault, an event that I've invested a lot in the last year, and that is seen in the comp because I start at 350, which was what I ended with last year in the same competition. And it's a bit sloppy once again over the bar, not really working for it. And as the bar goes up, I start being more serious and focusing more, but my jumps get better and better, and 380 is like my first real good jump, I think. And yeah, I have then 2 attempts on 390 where I think I go up a pole and not change my run up, but I'm more able or better. I'm better at finding the right rhythm. The build-up is very important in total for me, starting slow and then progressing. And luckily then I got a 390, which at the time, and even still, is my PB. So that was awesome. And then the bar goes up to 4 meters and I'm unable to do the technique. I mean, getting totally inverted, I can't do that by all means, but I get worse in it at 4 meters. Yeah, javelin, second to last event. People who know me knows that I have struggled a lot with javelin in the past, and yeah, so getting a 40-meter mark out there from the start was very important. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to progress on that, but I got another 41 in the second attempt, and then I decided to really give it my all in the third attempt, but I missed it. The angle of the throw was not too good, and yeah.
So here's that.
So the 1500 meters, as all of you know, it's my best discipline. I make a lot of points there. I'm a 330 guy. No. Yeah, 15. It's always hard for me. I felt like I put in the training that was needed to go closer to 5 than I did this day. I think I did 5:18, which is bad. I am fully aware, but I felt like I pushed all the way, and I mean, it surprised me that I wasn't faster. There's not much to say about it really, because that's a huge potential, just like in the 400 meters and now here in the 1500. There's a lot of points to be made. But yeah, I feel like these 7.5 minutes has gone very fast. That was all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.